evening and welcome to Meticulous Moments. My name is Juanita Kapp. You can reach me at meticulousmacarons@gmail.com or find me on LinkedIn. Since the COVID-19 pandemic hit the globe, I've had the wonderful privilege to meet a wide array of fantastic individuals. These individuals have truly touched my life in so many positive ways. Amongst this group of people, there are authors, public speakers, life coaches, poets, leaders, and visionaries. They are the unsung heroes of our time. Therefore, I decided to start the Meticulous Moments movement out of a sense of my gratitude. It is my way of giving back to the community. Let us share and reshare their stories in an effort to build a better society. Good evening, Meticulous Moments audience. Thank you so much for joining us for yet another enlivening session here at the Meticulous Moments podcast, where we facilitate community upliftment through leadership development. And this evening, we have the wonderful privilege of spending time with the amazing Duchess DJ Love. How are you, Duchess DJ?
Thank you for that warm welcome, Juanita. I'm doing very well. It's Thanksgiving here in the USA, so I have a lot to be grateful for today.
Absolutely phenomenal. And this we planned as a special session because it's Thanksgiving. We are going to post this interview today still. So it is so lovely. It's such a privilege to have you here with us. We are so grateful for your time on Thanksgiving. You look so beautiful, just like a royal, beautiful princess.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
It's a pleasure. Now, you and I have been in the same Zoom rooms. We've been in, we've talked on Messenger. We know each other a little bit. So I feel like I've known you a little bit longer than I do. But for the audience members who've not had the pleasure of meeting you, would you just, greet them and introduce yourself to them?
Thank you, Juanita. I'd be happy to. First of all, hello, royals. Everyone is royal in this world. If you don't quite understand what I mean by that, I have a God that created the heavens and the earth. I'm his child, so therefore I'm royal. I'm royal by birth. You are too, whether you know it, have the same God that I share. You have a God. He's royal in your world, so that makes you royalty because we inherited. I go by Duchess DJ Love, gallivanting like a royal, because I travel frequently. That's my passion. I want to share love with the world, as I say, one heart at a time. So while I'm doing that, I want to bring perspective to the audience, to let them know that you can gallivant around the world and see it like I do. You don't have to be rich. I came from rags to royalty. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. And there's tricks to everything, as you probably know. Someone's just got to share those secrets with you. And guess what? I'm going to share those secrets with the world.
I absolutely love that. I love your energy. I love your spirit. You're such an uplifting person. It's always just so wonderful to engage with you. Thank you so much, for sharing that and for bringing that hope to the world and for sharing of yourself and your experience this evening. I know the audience is going to have a lot of value when they watch this session. Now, tell us a little bit more about gallivanting like a royal. Where did this all start? I find the concept amazing and it's intriguing in nature.
Okay. Again, goes back to my traveling. My friends love to travel with me, as we call it, magical encounters happening every time I go on a trip. I mean, not just once, every single trip. You may experience magical encounters as well. You just may be too busy or caught up in too many things to notice them. But my friends have come to expect these magical encounters to happen. So they were the ones that said, you need to write a book about this. You need to share these stories with the world. And I'm thinking, I have enough going on now. I'm successful already. It's like, I really don't have time for this. I'm thinking, okay, down the road when I retire, down the road, one day I will. One day I definitely will. Well, on March the 17th of this year, St. Patrick's Day, for good luck, which I value, I received some downloads that told me I needed to start my blog now, because I thought about that was how I was going to jump into this again when I retire. So I kind of shoved the first two away. And then it was 10 p.m. I had a busy work day, hectic day. I had meetings after work. So I'm just tired, exhausted. I'm just ready. It's on a Thursday night. So I'm ready to wrap up Thursday and get ready for Friday and start my weekend. So at 10 p.m. again, it hit me. If you don't start it now, you never will. And that download just come crystal clear, like someone was in the room speaking to me and they were looking, pointing a finger at me saying, like, in other words, now or never. And I'm thinking, I got plans. I'm doing this. I am doing this. One day I will do this. You're not telling me never if I don't do it now. I'm doing it. But that impression was so, made so powerful, so impactful that I'm like, I got to start now. Granted, this is my social media platform only started 6 months ago, a little over 6 months ago. Like I say, March 17th. So I'm not familiar with this online stuff. Granted, I work with IT and stuff in my day job, as I call it, and I'm familiar, but not as far as me producing or doing anything myself. So I texted a friend, hey, hope it's not too late. Hope I don't wake you. How do I post a blog? She said, go on travelblog.org and start. That's all she told me. I had to figure out how to set up an account, post a picture, fill out, your profile information. And this was a little tedious for me because I didn't know what to expect. And again, it's getting close to midnight. I have not wrote a blog. I don't have anything written down to even publish. So I'm rushing through it. Anyway, I'd met the deadline. I think it was like 11:58 p.m. So that's what got my journey started. Okay, no one told me once I post a travel blog that people was going to want, well, how do I contact you on social media? How do I email you? How can I follow you? I'm like, do what? So this was a huge learning curve. So that's what I want to share with people. You think you do one thing, that's it. Well, no, it snowballs and domino effect. You're going to have to do more and they're going to want to hear from you. So I had to learn all that, teach this stuff to myself because I didn't know who to ask. Who do you ask?
Yes, yeah. And you figured it out all by yourself. I'm so proud of you because, coming from a place you didn't know how the platforms worked, and there you go. You are determined. That is something that shines through, and that is what helped you. That tenacity that you have helped you to get the job done. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Now, I know you're an author, and I would love for you to tell us about your book, and you're a travel blogger. And I wanted to ask you, what do you most enjoy about these roles? What is the best thing about writing your book? And what was the best thing, when you started as a travel blogger? What are the things that make you passionate about it?
Well, first of all, I'm passionate about traveling. And like I say, I want everybody to experience travel. Even if you can't leave your house, I want you to live through me. See through my lens, hear through my Southern voice as I travel. I'm very passionate about it, and I share it with anybody that'll listen. So if you want to listen, I'll talk.
Good.
So again, if you don't know me, I believe in being a blessing because I'm blessed. And I believe that reason I'm blessed is because I continually give. I love giving. To me, I'm grateful. Giving is the reason for the season. Christmas is coming up, so I'm all about giving. Beautiful. How the book Travel To came about, it's tangible right now. Again, remember, I was going to do all this stuff down the road when I retire. So I'm learning how to interact with folks on social media. So I found out a lady was having a conference in Dallas, Texas, which is right in my backyard. And I'm thinking, I can help this person. They're not from the area. There's something surely I can do to help out. So I kept, reaching out saying, hey, I'll be glad to help you. Not going to charge anything. I just want to help. Because if you help, you learn and you benefit, you grow. And the giving sends you blessings you cannot count. Yeah. So she's like, okay, well, I'll to tell me how I can help, how I can be a part. And as we got to know one another, she's like, well, you're a travel blogger. I can give you 20 minutes to speak at my conference. And I'm thinking, wow, me speak? I'm like, okay. And then it's like, hit me. Well, you've been working on these books. I have like 7 in the works. Surely you can publish a short version of one of them to get something tangible out. So that's how Travel To came about. I went on Amazon. I learned how to publish my book all by myself. And again, this was a huge learning process. It may not be perfect, but it's as close as perfect as it can get. And I'm very proud of it. I mean, this book being published, me now a published author, that just warms my heart. I mean, I just can't express how happy that makes me. That's an accomplishment that I dreamed that I would do, but now it's reality. I actually have a published book and it's in color.
I love it.
You get inspirational quotes, you get reflective space, all of the photos in it. Each day comes with a photo that I have taken on my journeys. There's a 365-day version coming out in January.
Ooh, amazing. We look forward to that. That is wonderful. Going on to Amazon, learning how to publish your book, putting that short version together. Amazing. You are driven. You had, this goal and you attained it. So I take my hat off to you. I commend you on that. That is amazing. A lot of people would have given up halfway. You didn't do that. And not only did you become fluent in social media platforms, you also fulfill the role of a digital creator now. I mean, that is amazing. Tell us about that.
Oh, I love the digital creation part. To me, that's my favorite part. Again, I get to share my travels, and I didn't have creativity in me. I mean, that's the thing. You don't know what hidden treasures you have in you until you start to do something. And it's like I tell people, well, how do you fit all this into your day? Well, when you enjoy doing something, it's not work. And you will do it, and it does not exhaust you. So creating these reels and these posts, I just love it. And it's like, okay, my goal was to post one. But once I get on a roll, it's like, oh, I like this. Well, let me post this too. Oh, this is really cool. Let me put this together. So I'm like I can't stop. It's like, give me a present. I'm going to unopen it, just wrap it and go with it. So, but I enjoy it.
You do, and you do it so well. And that's really, your giving spirit. You find something amazing and you put it on your platforms because you want to share it with other people, and you said something when we started. You said, even if people can't travel themselves, you want them to see the world through your lenses. That's something special. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Well, if you think about it, a lot of people can't travel. They have their health reasons they cannot travel, or there might be restrictions in their country or where they live at, or passport issues, or just going local. There may be challenges, but that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy travel. And it doesn't mean you can't see this beautiful world that we live in. I mean, there's so much of it to give and show, and I'm only doing a small part of it. But I think if you give travel to people, it opens their minds up. It opens their hearts up. It connects you to the other part of the world. You change your perspective on life. And my thing is, I think the world needs more love. And this is one way to give each other love.
I do agree with you. Taking people really on that journey and making them feel loved and accepted. That's very, very important. Now, you do motivational speaking. And I wanted to ask you, what topics do you like to unpack? Is there a certain topic that you love? Do you have a variety of them? What does that look like?
I have a variety of things, but my main thing is I like for people to have money, because money is the currency of the world. You can't do anything if you don't have money.
It's a tool.
And so we have bills that we have to pay. We have the essentials that we must pay, or, we'll be on the streets. So my thing is, how can you take these essentials and make it where it's beneficial to you in the long run? And what I mean by that is, just give you a quick example. Pay your electric bill, your water bill, your insurance on a credit card. Now, here's the catch. You have to be financially responsible. You have to know your budget and what your means are. So if you do these, pay them off at the end of the month so you don't incur interest. However, you can get credit cards that give you cash back. So at the end of the year, if you want to splurge at Christmas, or you want to take a vacation in the middle of the year, you got that cash back that will help you. And these are expenses that you have to pay anyway. So why not get a benefit from them? You choose a credit card to give you benefits to benefit you. You can select them. And people are like, well, I don't want to have to pay a $100 fee for a credit card. Well, you look at the cost analysis of that $100. I say the cost benefit ratio. Let's just say, for instance, I like to fly American Airlines. So yes, I'm going to have the American Airlines credit card. Okay. $100 fee. I don't like paying a $100 fee either. But then I go think, okay, I'm going to travel more than twice a year, and I'm a female. I'm going to have luggage. Nothing else. I'm going to have a suitcase full of shoes, because you never know what shoes you're going to wear. If you,
I love it because I'm the same.
well, think about it. If you check a bag on most carriers, $35-$40 a pop. So I'm thinking, hey, that automatically covers that expense, and I get to check my bags for free. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Two,
Beautiful.
you get miles, you get benefits. So I get miles from it. So I get to fly free. Yay! Who don't want to fly free?
Exactly. No, that's wonderful. You're educating people on how to get it done, and how to really work with their budgets and to how to make it work, how to make their dreams come true. Because I'm sure everybody in this audience has a place they would like to visit. So take those tips and use them and research them. Now, you and I both know Austin J. Haynes from Flashpoint and the power of pure presence. And I believe that you and I met through Austin. And I wanted, you met Austin in such a unique way. I wanted to add that to our interview so that people can see how it really works, So let me ask you, how did you meet Austin? Would you mind explaining that?
Not at all. First, I'll just let the audience know this trip that I went on was not my idea. It was not the way that I had planned to spend my vacation. However, again, I believe in giving and I love my friends. My friends go anywhere I want to go, and they never change words. They never say, I don't want to go there. They just go. Again, they know magical encounters are going to happen. So this particular friend really wanted to go see Eckhart Tolle in Phoenix, Arizona for a retreat. I'm like, not my cup of tea, but hey, I'm going. I like Eckhart. So when we get there, my mindset is focused on, I'm not really there so much for the conference, even though I'm going to hear and participate. I want to use this time as a downtime because the Arizona Biltmore is a fabulous resort. I'm just going to splurge.
Beautiful.
Well, we were exploring and come across Austin. At the time, I didn't know who Austin was. There was just a man sitting on a computer over here to my right, and I got another download. You need to meet him. I looked and I saw the guy, and I'm thinking, no, I'm not here to meet nobody. I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
So we go on, and I see him again, that same download. I told you need to meet this person. And I tell my friend, hey, I got this strange download. I need to meet this guy. And she's like, well, let's go beat him. And I'm like, no, it's just, I'm not paying any attention. Then the third time, this is the funniest part. I skipped the session, played hooky, went to the pool, running late for the last session of the event. So my hair's up in a towel. I got towels wrapped around because I'm in my swimsuit. I'm still dripping wet, but I'm hungry. I haven't had anything to eat since breakfast. I know I couldn't last 2 hours through the event if I don't get something to eat. Now, I have low blood sugar, so we don't want it dropping.
Yeah.
So I run to this little cafe to get some food. I see him, and the download said, if you don't beat him this time, this may be. It didn't say it would be. It said it may be your last opportunity. Mm-hmm. And I remembered, okay, I started my blog. You told me now or never. I'm thinking, okay, I'm catching on now, folks. So yeah. I go approach Austin. Here I am, like a mummy with all these towels wrapped around me, not knowing what to say, but he has a book. And since books come to me, I'm like, oh, well, I can talk to him about his book. And we started a conversation. So I asked him, will you autograph my book? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to an event. Can I meet you? Oh, I'm going to that event, too. So, we just got to know one another. Afterwards, he asked me if I would come on his show on Flashpoint TV, and help him speak about our venture with Eckhart Tolle and, what the conference meant, the power of now and stillness, and explain how it touched me. At first, I said no. And then it's like the little download said, okay, opportunities come to you, you need to take them when they come. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it now. But after that, we became good friends, and he started the show, Power of Pure Presence. And again, it's the essence of traveling, getting yourself in a peaceful frame of mind so that things can happen for you. You have to elevate your mindset. I said, yes, I want to sponsor you. I want to sponsor the show. I believe in it. It's love. It's what I'm all about. And that's how we formed a relationship. And I attended his seminar, Manifesting the Moment of Your Big Breakthrough, at his Flashpoint event. That was phenomenal. So I highly recommend anyone to go. You don't really know what limitations are in you until you're in the right group of people with the right vibrations flowing, the right things being said, the right motivation, and were you in a place where you feel safe that you can let your vulnerabilities come out. And that's what it offered. And that's how I know Austin.
Amazing. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. He is truly such a wonderful human being. I mean, a good friend. I just enjoy his show so much. And I'm so happy that you and I met through him. He was really a lovely contact point for us. Now, I saw a post that you did on Confucius, and it read, and I'm going to read it for you. It says, roads were made for journeys, not destinations. Tell me what that speaks to you. What does that say to you personally?
I've learned kind of the hard way. I set my intention. I want to go somewhere, and let's just give a scenario. Let's say I want to go to A to B. It's going to take me an hour to get to A to B. Yeah. Well, I don't have enough time for any stopping in along that way.
Yeah.
Wherever, when you're going and you see all these things that are catching your attention, if you don't stop and smell the roses, you may not get a chance to later because you may not come this way again. So I have learned now not to make my destinations so rigid. I try to plan as well as I can, but I want to allow for spontaneity because you don't know what you're going to encounter along the way. You don't know who you will meet that you want to talk to and get to know. And I give an example of this on my cross-country road trip to the Grand Canyon. I hadn't planned on stopping in this certain town, but I had my mom, which she has dementia, so I'm sharing how to travel with folks with dementia and how to keep them healthy and enjoyable and still in tune with life. Yeah. She was getting, so I need to stop and get a snack. So again, if it's got a heart, Love's, I'm stopping it. So Love's travel stop, I saw a sign, it called me, pulled over and went to it. And I'm running in to grab her something that she can eat. And I figure I'll get me a fountain Coke to keep me alert while I'm driving. I didn't think about what I was wearing or who was really coming across my path. I smile at everybody, and I happened to smile at this gentleman that was coming my way. And he goes, "Oh, so you're sharing the love today, huh?" And I'm like, "Yes, that's my message. Yes, I am." I had forgot I had a huge T-shirt on with a heart that said love. I'm not thinking it. This is just what I wear. And I noticed the cashier just kind of looked at me strange, like, And so when the gentleman left, I walked up to her and said, "Was I not supposed to speak to him?" She goes, "That's just a district manager. He's really," and I'm thinking, well, he's helping. He was mopping the floor. She goes, "Oh yeah, he likes to do everything we do, so he knows what we're doing."
Yeah.
Well, that chance encounter gave me the opportunity to talk to him about being a spokesmodel or having Love's travel stop to represent me in my gallivanting like a roll platform. They're very interested. So that's what I'm saying, people. Allow time to get off the destination to enjoy the journey, because you never know where that journey is going to take you.
True. Beautiful. I love that. I understand that quote through your eyes and the experience that it brought you. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate it. Now, I know we just talked about it. You wanted to go into social media. You didn't know how to do that. You figured it out. You wanted to become an author, publish a book, go on Amazon. You didn't know how to do that. You figured it out. Now, I want to ask you, how often do you intentionally engage in self-development activities? Because it looks like you seek out opportunities to learn and to grow.
That's a great question. And the answer to that is I'm an avid reader. And just to let you know, I have not always been. I used to hate reading. You had to make me read because, again, I'd be tested on my knowledge. I didn't like taking tests. But I didn't like to read something and someone, well, what did that make you think? Or, I'm like, I don't want to answer those questions. That's me. But then again, I picked up a book because I'm flying, got to have something to do on an airplane. So I picked up a book in one of the bookshops. And so I could read on the plane. And it's like then it just started something in me. It's like I couldn't read enough. So I read on average 52 books a year. I like to read a book a week. So if you think about that, Juanita, just say 10 years. I've read 52 books times 10 years. That's 520, book knowledge up here that I have.
Wow.
Yes, reading to improve myself, and it's not on romance or fluffy stuff, mysteries. But don't get me wrong, I enjoy those too. I like to curl up on a rainy day and read a good romance or mystery book and just let my mind take me away.
Yeah.
But most of them are on self-help, on how to improve my life. Or right now I'm studying dementia. I say I have a doctor's degree now in dementia because I read so much on it to help my mom to keep her going, you know, all her days. I mean, I want her to be sharp as much as I can help her stay sharp.
Yeah. That's a lovely, lovely thing of, you know, for you to do. That's beautiful. 52 books a year. That's amazing. And you've just shown us that it's doable if you have that dedication and if you really put your mind to that. So, wow, we are learning from you. And I want to ask you now, I know you love traveling and you love reading. What else do you like to do in your free time?
My dream has always been to be a fashion designer. So I like to design clothes and I like to hike. You know, hiking goes along with traveling, but designing clothes, I guess people would not expect that to be something that I would be interested in. But yes, I would love to be a designer. And again, that's one thing I had planned to do when I retire. So thank goodness that the download had said, you got to do that too. That takes a lot of time and energy. I'd have to get the sewing machine out, start stitching. The social media stuff to me is a little bit easier.
I agree. It's amazing. It's amazing that you also love to do that. And I'm sure you do it very, very well. Now, you and I did a virtual coffee or a virtual call the other day. And you mentioned that you're on a ranch. And, you know, I thought it was a horse ranch. And you said that there's cattle, apparently. So tell us more about the animals on the ranch, because here in South Africa, we love animals. We love wide open spaces. So when I heard ranch, I thought, my goodness, it sounds like if there was a version of that here in South Africa, it would be called a game farm or a farm. Tell us more about that.
Well, you mentioned goats. I have 4 goats that are spoiled rotten. I mean, they think they are the king of the jungle, let me tell you. But then again, it's because we spoil them. Now, we have cattle ranches for. And on the ranch, too, we like the wildlife. So we'll plant peas, we'll put out corn for the wild turkey and for the deer. So they know this is a haven for them to come. Today's post, I posted Happy Thanksgiving, was my turkeys flapping their wings saying, oh, we're grateful we're alive today. You know, we're not a Thanksgiving meal.
I love that. It sounds like you treat your animals the same way that I do. They're not animals. They become family members.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you, Duchess. Tell me, what is your favorite leadership quote? Now, I know I'm sure you know many of them, you know, because you love reading and you love developing and growing. Which one stands out for you? Which one is a philosophy of your life for you?
Okay. I had one picked out for you, and I think it goes well with who I am. It says, before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. And as the reader and the viewers can tell, I'm all about growing myself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing others. And this quote is by Jack Welch. And I want to live that. That's how come I'm starting up my Gallivanting Like a Royal podcast /show, is that I want to get my message out there to someone, to anyone that wants to grow. I have wealth tips because, like I said, I've gone from poor to not so poor. Okay, I can talk to you about health because my mom has dementia, and I'm always learning about how the best thing is to help us. People ask me, how do I keep this lovely hair? And it's not dyed. This is real, and it's long, and it's healthy. There are certain products that I use that are not inexpensive. I do not believe in spending a lot of money on stuff. Now, granted, if it's something that I think is worth the value and it costs a lot, I'll grab it in a heartbeat. But I'm very thrifty with my spending. That's another way I have money.
Yes.
So tips I can share about that. Again, if I read 52 books a year, surely I got some knowledge that I can share with the folks, and I can tell them what books to read on what topics that I think have benefited me, which I'll be glad to share, because I have a list of all the books I read. I mark and make notes of what I like and what I don't, not necessarily what I don't like, but what didn't serve me as well as some other things did.
Yeah. Amazing. I love that. I love that. I thought to put in a fun question. Seeing as you love to travel and you're such an open person, you have an open personality. I can feel that. I can sense that. I want to ask you, if you could go anywhere in the world right now, if your bags are packed and all, they're giving you a ticket and they're saying you can get on any flight you want to get on, where would you go and why?
Let's see. Greece comes to mind. I've always wanted to go to New Zealand. I've even a month-long trip to fly to spend that one layover in Tahiti, go to Australia, then go over to New Zealand. Then on the way back, take a different island and stop over. So I've kind of got it already planned out. But at the same time now with COVID going on, and I do have my mom to deal with, I would take a flight to Kona, Hawaii in a heartbeat. I love the people in Kona. When you go to Kona, it's what I would call a small town on an island. It's pretty big. It's a city, but the life is so laid back. It's so relaxing, so healing that would be my place of choice. Kona, Hawaii. That's
amazing. Yeah, beautiful place, beautiful choice. Now we are here today in this special session. I mean, we talked and we decided to do this. This was a wonderful idea that you had. Tell me, what does Thanksgiving represent to you personally?
Thanksgiving to me has always been a time to spend with family. Like I say, I'm the only child, so I treasure family and friends. And so this is one holiday where everybody gets together. Christmas, you might have some people get together Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Christmas evening, but Thanksgiving is one day of the year when everybody in the family would get together. So I get to see all my cousins, all my friends. Everything was planned around Thanksgiving lunch, Thanksgiving dinner. We were all together growing up. That is something that I always treasure, and that's what Thanksgiving means to me, giving thanks for the loved ones that's in your life right now.
Beautiful, beautiful. That is the essence of Thanksgiving. Absolutely, that gratitude that shines through. Now you've purchased you've published your book now. It's on Amazon. You've traveled recently. I remember seeing posts where you were in the Grand Canyon. Lots of places, so beautiful. What's next for you?
I'm constantly going somewhere every month. I'm off to the Great Smoky Mountains of North Carolina and Tennessee right now. So I'll be spending about a week there. The weather is supposed to be nice on Monday and Tuesday, so I'll be out definitely exploring. There's this place called Kingston Dome it's like the highest point in the Great Smoky Mountain, and it's got amazing views. And I'm hoping that weather, cooperates, and cell service. I would love to go live and show everybody the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Great Smoky Mountains, and just feel the energy. I think it's the energy when you see that vastness with the trees and the colors right now. I just think it'll be beautiful. So I want to share that.
Yes. Oh, that would be phenomenal if you could do that. I hope and pray that that's a possibility. Tag me, please, because I would love to see that with you.
Okay.
I love hiking. I'm always out hiking on weekends. That's one of my favorite things, to enjoy that peace and quiet. And just, just be with my maker. So thank you so much. We are going to look forward to that, definitely. And with that, we have arrived at our final question. I want to know, Duchess DJ Love, what words of wisdom do you have for the audience this evening?
I have two, if I can share both. The first one is believe in yourself. Always believe in yourself. Don't shortchange you. You matter. But the most important thing, I guess, it would be is, I like to say, I love me more. There's a book by Dana, I think her name is Dana Banks or Jenna Banks. Jenna Banks, I love me more. Yeah. And that book got my attention because it brought up some really interesting points. is if you don't love you first, if you don't put you first to take care of you, then how are you going to take care of anyone else? How are you going to be of any use to anyone else? What can you give of yourself to anyone else? You have to put you first, believe in you, and take care of you so you can be a resource to the world. And that's it. I got to look after me before I can take care of anyone else. Like they say on the airplanes, if the plane's going to go down, put that oxygen mask on you first before you put it on even your child.
Yes.
So there's a purpose in that. If you don't take care of you, then you can't take care of anyone else.
I love that. I agree. I agree with you. And that's something I didn't practice for many years. And I had to learn how to do that because it taught me that if I do self-care, I pitch up for others so much better. So wonderful words of wisdom from a beautiful soul, beautiful lady. Thank you so much for spending your Thanksgiving with us here at the Meticulous Moments podcast. We really appreciate you. God bless you on all your travels. We are going to cheer you on. We're going to follow you on social media, and I'm going to make all your social media handles available at the end of this session. You're welcome to, yes, give a recap to the audience about your book. We would love to know, just give a recap on that, please.
Yes, this is Travel Tube. This is my baby. I mean, I can't believe I actually published a book, and I'm so proud of it. So Travel Tube, the photos are in color. There's 30 days of trip tips, gratitude, inspirational quotes, things that make you think with reflection space. And it gives highlights of my Gallivanting Like a Royal book series beginning in January. And again, I'm just proud of it. I mean, it's available on Amazon, and I think it'll be something that you would enjoy. And the travel tips can actually help you in everyday life. You don't have to apply them just to travel. So I think you would benefit from them. And I think the photos and the quotes will just bless your day and give you something to be happy about and raise your vibration and your moods for today.
Beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely. Audience, go look this book up on Amazon. You have the title. I have to say, I was drawn to the title. When I first saw it on social media, I thought, man, that's a wonderful title. So thank you so much for sharing your Thanksgiving with us. Happy Thanksgiving to you. God bless you in everything you do. We appreciate you.
And thank you guys for watching. And Royals, remember, you're royal. And Juanita, I appreciate you so much and just sending love and blessings to you as well.
Thank you so much. And to the Meticulous Moments audience, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. God bless you. And we'll be back in the next session.